France, in the middle of the 15th century, when superstition and ignorance reigned almighty across the land. Men and women accused of witchcraft were burned at the stake, hanged from the gallows, or placed under the blade of the executioner. Pestilence, the most destructive plagues, war with its untold horrors, were not even as remotely feared as the dark power of Satan and his sinister followers of devils and witches.
Alaric de Menac, you are about to hear of all your evil crimes for which the just tribunal of Carcassonne has condemned you. You have drunk human blood. Of both the living and the dead you have eaten flesh. Also you have celebrated the Black Mass with bloody sacrifices of the newborn and of young girls. You have adored Satan and are followers of his Sabbath. You are vampires and lycanthropes. For this you will be beheaded, and your head and body will be buried in different places, so that never again will they be joined.
I put a curse on you, Armand de Marnac, my despicable brother, and on you, Andre Roland, and on all your descendants. You will pay, for I shall be back. I'll be back.
May you be damned, for all eternity be damned. Our bodies may be destroyed, but our avenging spirits will persecute you forever. And you, Andre Roland, and you, Armand de Marnac, who renounces his own kindred, you and all your descendants will suffer horribly. We shall return soon to take vengeance upon you. May you be cursed. May a curse be upon you all.
Hugo, I didn't hear you enter.
What's happened to you? Not a word from you for the past couple of weeks.
I don't know. I've been spending every day in front of this canvas trying something different and new. Distinct, though I can't get it.
I know it's still a sketch, though it's a completely different style for you.
Yes, I'm obsessed with a strange face, and I can't seem to get it right. All I can see are two dark eyes, penetrating, staring at me intensely at me.
Well, if you've fallen in love with two dark eyes, my visit's pointless.
Oh, why? What do you mean? Can you tell me the reason why you're here? Apart from drinking my whiskey.
Paula has returned.
Where is she?
At Sylvia's. They're waiting for us.
Just a minute. I'll change.
What took you so long? I was afraid you had an accident or lost the address.
You can blame it on the traffic.
You know, they even gave us a ticket for passing through a stoplight.
It was a beautiful afternoon. We walked and walked, and everything appeared new. Paris is unique.
Love transforms everything. Right, Maurice?
That's right. Although there's no hope for me. Paula's newspaper means more to her than I do. How many times have I asked you to marry me?
It won't be long till I'm assigned to Paris, but right now it would be wrong for me to leave Germany for any reason. Not until the return of demands from Pakistan. There's nobody to fill in for me. We'll know...
Don't worry, Maurice. Look at me, too. You don't know how long I've been trying to get married to Hugo. And no luck.
Mainly, Sylvia, it's that I'm insupportable. An egotist and much too withdrawn. You have your sick ones to tend to. If we marry, you need all your time just taking care of me. Frankly, my dear, I don't see you in that role.
And how do you know that role wouldn't suit me? Oh, Dale and John, they said they were coming over.
Nobody told me they'd be here. What a pair of bores. Well, I guess we're stuck.
As a medium, she's fantastic, huh?
She has amazing powers and can call forth any condition, can do anything. Reincarnation, exploration of just everything.
Yesterday, we went to the cemetery at Père Lachaise, and we passed our hands over the bust of Kardec. That's a rare privilege for those in our circle.
We're having a seance tomorrow.
I've always wanted to go to a seance, but I've always been too scared.
Can we go?
But of course. There won't be any trouble, I'm sure.
But you can't tell me you really believe all this nonsense. All this spiritualism is just something invented by swindlers for defrauding the people.
You shouldn't talk about things you don't know. You
I
must...
assure you, you'll change your mind if you went. You can be assured of that.
Well, all right. And we'll see. I've got an idea. Perhaps I'll ask for Alaric de Marnac. According to the legend, they buried his head somewhere near the ancient ruins of the old monastery on my lands. Perhaps if I ask him where, he'll tell us where to find it.
You can try.
I'd be anxious to call up Mabille de Lancret.
Mabille de Lancret?
Yes. Yes, she was the mistress of Alaric. She was found guilty as well as he. After torturing her, she was executed. As tradition goes, her tomb, too, is supposed to be located on the property of the Marnacs. That's true, isn't it, Hugo?
We'll soon know that. From Alaric.
But Hugo, if the seance is to be a success, one has to go with no mental reservations.
I'm quite certain that Hugo will change his way of thinking when he meets Madame Irina Komorova, our medium.
Well, that's it then. We're all agreed. We'll all go.
Don't count on me.
But Maurice...
It's useless, Paula. Don't insist I'm not going.
Well, I am. It's an experience I wouldn't want to miss.
Alaric de Marinac, is that you?
Yes, it is I. What do you wish of me?
Tell me where you are resting now, Alaric de Marinac.
There is no repose for me while my severed head continues to be separated from my body.
Tell me where you are buried, Alaric de Marinac.
My executioners condemn me to wander eternally among the shadows, interring my head in the cloister of the Degollados and my body in a crypt in the monastery next to my faithful Mabille.
Alaric, if all is propitious, materialize. I repeat to you, Alaric, all is propitious now. Materialize.
Madame Irina.
It was nothing more than a trick, a fraud, and an old trick besides. The voice, an old recording. The candelabra and table moved, I don't know, by wires, I guess. For another thing, she wasn't close. It would have been easy to manipulate.
And those things that appeared around the neck of the medium, didn't that mean anything to you? Those marks showed that someone tried to strangle her.
Makeup, I suppose. Besides, did you see how quickly they got her out of there? Before Sylvia even had a chance to examine her closely.
Hugo's explanation seems a logical one. Probably it was all a fraud and swindle. Insomuch as our own auto-suggestion helped make it so. I don't, however, discount the existence of parapsychology.
If it were all a fraud, how would Irina Komarova know of the existence of the monastery and the cloister? Or don't those places exist on your lands, Hugo?
Yes, they exist, but someone could have told her. It's incredible. You all seem so frightened and superstitious.
All those things that happened were very strange.
I know what we should do. We'll go to the village of Les Chats. We'll look for the ruins of the old cloister. And this will clear all doubts. How about that?
That's a great idea. That way you'll be able to relax, because I'm hoping you'll come along, weren't you, darling?
Yes, of course.
Well, what occurred to make you change your mind?
If I told you, you'd never believe it.
The truth is, I needed a vacation. I was getting tired of that clinic in Paris.
Prepare yourselves for a lot of inconveniences. They live here in the mountains, like they did 200 years ago.
Has it been a long time since you were here?
Years, but the caretaker writes to me. I only hope the chalet my father built is still habitable. You girls stay here.
What could have happened?
He's been hurt.
All right, don't move.
Everybody all right?
Yes, we're fine.
Thank goodness it wasn't any worse.
The thing that isn't all right is the car.
It's the radiator. Impossible to go on.
They got Gerard. That was Ubard's gun. He never misses.
He got what was coming to him. Now this one. We hang him here or in the village?
Right here. With rats like this, the sooner you get rid of them, the better. Well, good evening. My name is Andre Govar. I suppose you've gotten lost in these out-of-the-way places. Been a long time since we've seen strangers in these here mountains. It was a stroke of bad luck that you had to run into these two.
We were on our way to Le Chat when they attacked us.
They're just two criminals trying to get away. They murdered a whole family while trying to rob them. The parents and 4 children. The smallest child, only months old. But now they'll get what they deserve. Go on.
I got him before he even had a chance to say boo.
Best shot in the whole village. He aims and the bullet flies true. That's Ubard.
We'd like to get on our way. You think there's a chance of getting a car?
Hey, Pierre. Go down to the village and bring the Citroën.
Okay, right away.
In the meantime, we can discuss the price of that car you're going to buy. What do you say?
How much are you asking?
What about 3,000? You realize, don't you, that vehicles around here are pretty hard to come by.
All right. That's fair enough.
Well, now we have someone to hang. I'm sorry you have to witness this spectacle, but there's not much else we can do. Things just worked out that way.
But this whole thing is mad. You have no authority.
Does this seem like enough authority to you? You know, you boys don't seem very grateful. After all, I'm only trying to help you.
No! No! No!
Absurd. How is it possible that these things can happen?
We seem to come into an affair of settling accounts. Ought to consider ourselves lucky to have lost only 3,000 francs in the car.
But these gangs, they should be denounced. The authorities should be told. How is it possible to kill this way and get away with it?
Probably they both deserved it.
I thought they were going to kill us.
I thought the same. That's why I'm saying we should feel pretty lucky.
Nevertheless, they should be denounced.
Around here, gangs protect each other. The law of silence is sacred. How are you, Gaston?
Fine, sir. Good day, mister.
Gaston, this afternoon you'll take us to the cloister. Then tomorrow we'll explore the tunnels of the monastery.
Look, sir, the monastery. I shouldn't like to go.
But why? What's the matter?
Well, you see, sir, you've been away for a long time. You don't know what's going on.
What is going on?
It's a bad situation, sir. Many have gone down into the tunnels, but they have never returned. They say there's a treasure buried down there, and that's why they went. Now no one dares go down. The demon, he walks about.
That's enough talk like that. Nothing happened to anybody down there. They simply got lost in a labyrinth of tunnels and crypts. But I have an exact drawing.
Very well, sir. I will do as you say.
And see if you can find some men to help us. I intend to do extensive excavations.
I'll go down to the village and try to locate someone, but it won't be easy. You realize that all the land near the monastery is...
Yes, I know. The demon walks about. Pay them whatever they want. Money can still buy most things. But for this afternoon, huh?
Yes, sir.
Listen, Hugo, why don't we just go back home and forget about all this?
But that's silly. After coming all this way? Imagine. What if we find this treasure they're talking about? And you two, you're not going to chicken out, are you?
It's not a question of that.
Ah.
But I, too, would rather forget it.
But why? Is it that you think we're going to find that silly head?
Could be.
Very well, if you want, I'll go alone. I don't need anybody.
We're going too. We all started this stupid adventure together. And together we'll finish it.
Gaston, if we find that treasure, I'm going to marry your daughter, Elvira.
Me, I'll stick with your daughter Chantal. She's proper.
They say there's a hell of a lot of treasure buried there. I suppose we'll split it, eh?
There's no treasure here, and if you keep on with this stupid talk, I'll crack your heads open.
Any problem, Gaston?
No, sir. Just village talk.
Trying to find something buried hundreds of years ago is going to be difficult.
Here, help me. Go ahead. Come on, start here.
My sustenance will be the human heart, red, palpitating, and ignoble.
1454. Let's try and open it. It's impossible.
Let's take her with us. We'll find a blowtorch in the village tomorrow.
Right, put it in the car. Tomorrow we'll try and repair the electric generator. I don't like candles.
If it's been out of use for a long time, maybe we can't fix it.
Hugo.
Why don't we put the chest back where we found it? I feel a strange presentiment about it.
It's enough, Maurice. You sound like a superstitious old woman. Tomorrow we'll open the chest and find out what's in it. Nothing's going to happen, understand?
Hurry, open the door. Don't make any noise. Old Gaston is close by. He hears everything. Hurry. Get that door open.
Why don't we play a trick on the girls?
What do you mean?
Can you imagine if we walked into their rooms in white sheets? Huh? No. You don't think it's funny. Well, good night.
it. Now we have it. Está rojo. Lousy thieves. I knew you'd come. Gaston, you didn't think we were going to keep this, did you? We've always been friends. Anyway, this isn't worth the trouble. If it had been the treasure, we were going to share it with you. I swear, Gaston.
You killed him.
Open! Open! Whoever you are, open, please! My father. They killed my father. When I heard the noise, ran into his room. That's when I found his rifle had disappeared too. I went searching and found him in the shed. He was dead.
Let's go. Gaston, dead, torn to bits. He was one of those who dug up the coffer. The coffer. It's disappeared. It's incredible that things like this can still happen in this day and age.
Come on, Maurice. Calm down now.
I tried to talk to the mayor, but he wouldn't even see me. As well as the doctor and the gendarmes. This whole village seems to be deaf and dumb. Even the children threw rocks at me. Then I went to the telephone office and was given an explanation that was kind of a threat. They told me the storm had blown down the telephone poles and all lines had been cut. Can you imagine?
But someone's committed 2 murders here. And we've been forced to get rid of the corpses. We've got to leave here soon. We can't get involved. All this affects us directly.
Well, well. Squaring accounts doesn't seem to matter to you in something as serious as this.
It's not time to argue, but to get out of here.
How? We've got no gasoline and there's no way of getting any. We're in a trap, Hugo. What with the swamp and the mountains, we're stuck. There's another thing. You know Claude, the village drunk that I once gave some money to? He gave me some news. Gaston was being spied on. It was enough that he lived on the Marnac lands, and that alone made him suspect. What Gaston did wrong was to have gone down to the village and letting them know that the owner had come back. And all they could round up were those two lowly thieves. Nobody else would come here.
The legend.
That's what I mean. The people think that our arrival will bring horrible consequences to this area.
They might even try to kill us.
Could be. Either we try to go on foot across that mountain range, or it's possible we could starve to death. We have provisions for only about 4 more days.
We'll find a solution.
Damn it. Why did we ever get mixed up in this?
Can I be of any help?
No, thanks. I'm almost finished.
Good night, then.
Good night.
Chantal, are you all right?
Elvira, how is she?
She's sleeping now. I gave her a sedative.
It's frightening. Paul has disappeared. Poor Chantal. Only a monster could have done it.
It's all your fault. You dragged us into this.
Are you mad? This is the time when we have to stick together. Do you hear?
Paula. My God, what have they done with you?
No. No. Don't come near. The blood. Get rid of the blood. Hugo. I'm all alone. Completely alone.
I'm with you.
I'm afraid.
When we were children, you were also afraid. And you came to me, isn't that right?
Yes. You love her very much.
I've only loved one woman.
Maurice. Come. Elvira, is she all right?
Sleeping. And Maurice, where is he?
I think he went out.
I'm going to look. It's getting dark and something could have occurred.
Poor man. He's completely destroyed. Hugo went looking for you, Maurice. You had him very worried.
You, Maurice Roland, with the blood of my enemies running through your veins, you will serve and help me accomplish my vengeance. Today, my faithful companion, Mabille de Lancret, will return, and in the space of 7 full moons, and when the heavens are propitious, our power will be at its maximum strength, so that we can exterminate all those who executed us. Then our unbounded hatred will make all mankind tremble, and thereby we shall thus be avenged.
Paula, Maurice, Sylvia, all have disappeared. Probably dead. I feel a terrible danger that threatens us all. And now I know I'm the only one responsible.
This place is cursed. This whole area. Many times I told my father, we must leave, we must go away. But he wouldn't listen. He loved it all too much. Loved it all too much.
Elvira, we've got to save you. Isn't there anyone in the village? Any friend? Anyone in the family who could help?
No. It's always been this way. There's no one who cares.
Maurice Roland, you will return my body that for centuries has been separated from me, allowing my soul to wander through the shadows. Lift the stone that lies over it. Mabille, my faithful companion, Return to me and we shall have our vengeance.
Maurice, no.
My father was guarding a thing he said would defend us that if any time someone came out of the tomb to destroy us. Someone evil, horrible, who would try to attack us.
Have any idea where it is?
I think it's hidden in the well.
Come on. Come, let's find it. Thor's hammers. They were in the possession of my family for centuries. How did your father get them, Elvira?
I don't know. He never said.
According to the legend, with this talisman, they thought to protect themselves from the demon and all evil spirits. Elvira, this will protect you. In this madness, almost anything can happen.
Elvira, my daughter, open.
Father! Father!
Elvira! Elvira! Don't open it.
Father! Father!
Stay back! Elvira, a branch! The fireplace! The fireplace! Nick! Hurry! Hurry, Elvira! Get a lamp.
Maurice, what happened to you?
It was horrible. I wandered around for hours and hours. Then, fortunately, during the night, I was able to find refuge in a cave. When I had just about given up hope of finding my way back, I saw the chalet.
But why? Why did you do it?
I was desperate. The disappearance of Paula sent me out of my mind completely. I decided to go back to the village to look for her. Because it's them, I'm sure of it, who have kidnapped her. But I got lost.
Maurice, terrible things have occurred. Unexplainable, horrible things. I want you to come with me. We'll see something you can't believe, but it's as real as you and me, Maurice. I'll explain later. First, we have to find an axe, and we'll need some wood. You stay here. It's going to be disagreeable. It's already daylight. You'll be in no danger, even if you're alone. We'll burn them just as soon as we find them. Here they are. Come on. Get them out. We've got to destroy them so they won't come back. Did you hear me? Maurice! Don't do it!
Hugo.
This monster has me dominated. Turned me into the killer of my best friend. I don't know how many monstrosities I've committed under his evil orders. I vaguely remember terrible things, grotesque things.
You murdered him.
It wasn't I who did it. This curse inside. But I swear I'll kill myself in order to destroy it. Listen, Elvira. This talisman is effective. It's freed me from his influence, got him away. We'll go and find him in his lair, and we'll try to destroy him. You loved Hugo, didn't you? And your father and your sister both murdered cruelly by this monster. Help me, Elvira. He's got to be destroyed, or so many more innocent people will suffer horrors infinitely worse than simple death. I'm asking you to help me. Will you, Elvira? In that maze of labyrinths, we'll never find him. The plan. Hugo had a plan. I know where it was. If the talisman Thor is placed on the forehead of the evil reincarnated spirit, that spirit will be definitely destroyed. During the day, these evil spirits have no power. When the reincarnated spirit is feminine, these amulets serve no purpose. They can only be destroyed if a young woman with a pure soul is capable in the attempt of piercing its heart with a silver needle.
A silver needle?
We've got to find something to serve our purpose. But first we've got to get rid of the cadavers in the swamp. Then we'll look for this needle.
Wait, not yet.
I'm ravenous. I want her hot.
She and the others. We'll sacrifice them during the rites.
We must
Only
pray.
then.
We must find the nourishment that means new life.
Shouldn't have come. You know what that character told us down in the village?
He's a drunk. How can you believe him?
Before they'd sell their souls to the devil rather than come down here.
Tomorrow we'll be rich, don't you understand? When a guy like that paid me what I asked for that hunk of junk, I knew he was rich. His wallet was stuffed with bills. Big ones.
Then why don't we get rid of him in the woods? It wouldn't be any kind of a problem to get rid of the bodies without leaving a trace of anything.
You talk like an idiot. All right, the past is the past. You know what we'll find in that house. Silver, jewels, and who knows what else. They're filthy rich.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Come on, let's go.
No, wait a minute. At night, all right, but not during the day.
What are you talking about? Don't tell me you're scared. Did anything ever happen to you while you were with me?
It's dawn and they haven't attacked yet. There must be a reason. They must be reserving us for something important, but I can't guess what. I remember something. After 7 full moons, the final rites.
We should have tried yesterday.
No, there wouldn't have been enough time. Night would have fallen too soon. Today's our opportunity. They have an infernal power.
We'll never be able to beat them here.
Elvira, don't give up hope. We have to see this through to the end. We just need the right opportunity. They might attack at any moment.
We have the talisman and the silver needle. Good always triumphs over evil. I know. When we have faith, we'll win.
Seven moons have passed. Today we shall take them. I want, when the supreme day comes, that they are sufficiently prepared for the sacrifice.
Paula.
However much you love her, don't go. The talisman. Take it.
I must go. She needs me. Paula. 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 Oh, my God, what have they done to you? Paula.
Uh.